Hey folks, Vic here. I just made a quick video ahead of our scalping webinar tomorrow showing more scalp trades for today that happened today, which is March the 23rd. And in the webinar tomorrow, I'll go over how we determine a trend bias. Somebody emailed and asked about that, and sure, I'll cover that. I'll also cover not only some trade setups, but some trade management protocols that I think you'll find really helpful no matter how you trade. There's a webinar registration link in the text below this video or in the email that you received. And this webinar is going to be recorded. So even if you can't make it, just go ahead and register anyway, and we'll send you the recording. But you have to be registered to get the recording because it goes out automatically from GoToWebinar. If you like this video, a thumbs up would really be appreciated. And be sure to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. There's a button on the bottom right of the video as it goes along, or at the end of the video where we have all of our social media links. Thanks so much. Hope that you liked the video, and hope to see you at the webinar. Okay, so let's run through a few trades here that happened today, which is Tuesday, March the 23rd, 2021, starting with the Aussie Yen pair. And this pair is in an uptrend. Tomorrow in our webinar, I will explain to you how we determine trend bias, and you can, hopefully that'll be helpful for your own trading. So we're looking for a buy here, and in this case here, see this level right here? This is a daily chart in the upper right. This is a lot of support in here, so that's an eye probably a level that we're keeping an eye on. And on the 15-minute chart, which is our entry time frame, we had an adjusted buy level right here. This is on because we check our 4-hour chart to see if there's a better price we can get that's nearby, and this is the buy level right into here. And this needed an 11 pip initial risk, and I'm going to go over our trade management protocols as well. It got up to, this is a good level. You see, when you have this huge drop like this, it's kind of negative on the day, obviously, but this is a very logical good place to buy. Even taking profit right up into here was 45 pips. And on the 11 pip risk, that's close to 4 to 1. Scaling it, what I'm going to show you tomorrow, it still ends up to be a 2.5 to 1 reward risk. Not a bad little scalp trade there. The Euro Oz also had a setup, and this trade here, this pair has been in a big downtrend, and so we're looking for a sell. This level on the daily chart in the upper right corner is a really good level. Let me just go back. Let me open it up here. You can see when price hit this, it left here and was pretty strong. So it comes back to retest it. We're interested in selling it. On the 15-minute chart, we had a nice 4-hour adjusted sell level right here. Our stop was only 15 pips, and I don't know if this is a loss or a win. First of all, I'm not awake at this time, so I never had this trade. But the sell was right up in here, and depending, it was within a pip whether or not you got stopped out. So it's very possible that you could have been stopped out, or if your stop had been, depending on your entry and where you put your stop, you could have actually hung in this one. It was a really close one, so I won't call it either way. You could call it a loss, doesn't really matter. And then there was a nice move down. Obviously would have been profitable had it not been stopped out. So again, I don't know what would have happened on that one. On the Euro Yen pair, this pair is in a uptrend. I'll explain this tomorrow in the webinar. So I'm looking for a buy, and this is a really good level of support down in here. So on the 15-minute chart, our entry time frame with our adjusted buy off of the 4-hour chart, we have a buy rate down here at 128, call it 90, and this needed a 14 pip risk. And the first profit was up into this level right into here, and then it went a little bit further. Definitely a winning trade, and then it came all the way back down, and was out for would be out for a break even on the remaining half of your position. And again, depending on trade management, which I'm going to go over a little bit tomorrow as well. The New Zealand Yen pair, not a lot you could have done about this one. It was a losing trade. Really good level of support right here on the daily chart. See this line across here? Let me just get this like this. Here, actually do it like this. There, you can see that's a really good level right there. Okay. On the 15-minute entry time frame, there was no adjustment to make. The buy would have been right in here, and there's just no way that we could have managed that one to a break even or anything. And so down it went. That's a full loss on that one. Okay. On the CAD Swissy. A lot of trades, isn't there? This is just one day. CAD Swissy. This is an uptrend. So buying is the best way to be going on this. And we had this level right here. You can see it. No, look like this. Right there. That had a pretty strong reaction. Came back up. We just want to see what's going to happen when it comes down to that level. Well, it was also a very good level on a 4-hour chart. And the adjusted buy was right down here. It needed a stop of 11 pips. And it obviously went way up. And this is an opposing daily level, which is an ultimate target on these. So that was good for even scaling out for part of your position the way I'm going to show you. This was good for a 2.8 to 1, almost a 3 to 1 reward risk. That's pretty good. So you can see even with a few losses, no problem, because you will get some of these bigger moves like this. And finally, I'm going to show you one more here. This is one of our new entries, and I'm going to go over it tomorrow as well in webinar. And this is a pair that's in an uptrend. Okay, now this is a counter trend trade that I'm going to show you. Okay, because we were coming off of this this daily level right here. This daily level right here. This is the first reaction level, and on the 15-minute chart, this is a momentum trade sell, because as price moves away from this level of daily resistance, we want to try to get in on the move as it heads back down towards an opposing daily level. Well, this setup in here is the advanced momentum trade setup, and the sell was right here on this when it rallied back up. And this is all about trade management. This was a trade that yeah, we were able to get in right here, and that partial profit taken, then it came back up and stopped us out, and then now it's going back above here. So another profitable trade, but just a small one, but thankfully the trade management made this into a winning trade. Okay, there you go. And again, I'll cover all of these things tomorrow in the webinar. Hope to see you there. There's a link in the as I said before, there's a link in the text below this video. Thanks.